Hello everyone, Starlight Scars here. Today I am wanting to make a video about explaining Kenzie in Five Nights at Wolfie's. Because I thought it's about time I explained her a bit more, because I feel like you've seen her in a few videos, like you know a bit about her past and stuff like that, but I figured it's about time I actually explain how she works. Because if you don't know, Five Nights at Wolfie's is technically an AU that features all kinds of OCs from me and my friends, as well as our IRL selves. And Kenzie, of course, is my IRL self, but she's a lot more different. And now I'll explain. Firstly, you can see that this is her basically her in-school look. The front hair is obviously different from mine because I wanted to differentiate, Five Nights at Wolfie's Kenzie from regular Kenzie. So pretty much her front hair is different, and she always wears her hair in a ponytail and wears glasses in school. And of course, she always wears her locket and gloves with her because, well, the gloves I'll explain later, but that's basically her in-school look and her... Okay, now I'll explain her personality. Sorry, I'm just really nervous right now. She doesn't smile at all. She never really has in her real life, because back then, before she became like all serious and stuff, she pretty much just had like a neutral expression and didn't have friends at all until she met Wolfie, Ice, and Memo. Though Ice and Memo, she more so she prefers like the term acquaintances for them because Wolfie, aka Nate, the kid who possesses Wolfie, Nate's his real name. She pretty much just sees him as an actual friend because of like what he did for her. Because pretty much one day, another part of Kenzie's personality is she has suicidal thoughts. She pretty much wants to commit suicide every now and then, but sadly she always, and well, it's set in her mind, but she can never actually get it. And one day she tried to, but then Nate, stopped her before. That was their first official meeting before, she ran away and stuff like that. But then later on, Nate was just like, hey, I wanted to make sure you're okay. And Kenzie was like, why do you care? Don't you know what reputation I have around here? Because if you don't know, Kenzie's reputation is that she's known as a school loner. She's bullied by pretty much everyone in that school because of how lonely she is and she doesn't talk to anyone. And of course, that led to depression. She pretty much hides a secret depression, and whenever people ask her to have a good day or whatever, she's like, good day? Never heard of it. Actually, never heard of any of those. She pretty much does not have a good viewpoint on life. And if you're wondering, this Kenzie in Five Nights at Wolfie's is kind of like a separate side of me. She represents my sad and serious side, to where where I have like sad thoughts and bad thoughts and stuff like that. She's pretty much very strange. And now that you know what she kind of like, because if you saw in you can tell her her relationship with Nate is that she's really good friends with him. She may not be able to show it that well, but she definitely cares about him like a good friend. Remy is like a good acquaintance for her, aka Remy, the kid who possesses Ice. They're pretty good acquaintances. They're like acquaintances. They're pretty good, I guess. Remy, they basically tried to get along with Kenzie, but it's kind of hard when she's like really silent and really introverted. Renee, on the other hand, aka the girl who possesses Momo, their relationship's a bit strange, because when Kenzie first met Renee's parents, she pretty much was just serious. And I'm just gonna skip over now, and now I'm gonna go over to what her outside look is like, and what she is like outside of school. Okay, here is Kenzie's look outside of school. As you can tell, her hair is down, she's not wearing her glasses, she pretty much just is different. She usually stays inside most of the time unless she has her martial arts classes. In case you don't know, Kenzie took martial arts for like 8 years or maybe like 6. It's how she grew to have such good strong will, and it's very athletic. And it also kind of explained her strength and finance at Wolfie's, because out of all the animatronics, she has the highest physical strength because her soul energy added on to the animatronics strength, which it already had good strength, but she kind of made it better, I guess. So outside of school, Kenzie's very quiet. She doesn't talk with many people, and only really puts her hair up when she's in school or going out in public. Same thing with her glasses, because in her home she doesn't really need them. And you're probably wondering, why does she still wear her gloves and stuff inside of, like, her house? Well, the reason is Kenzie secretly cuts herself. When no one's around, she'll pretty much take off her gloves, because underneath her gloves are cut marks. She pretty much tries to cut herself every day. It's one of the reasons she usually wears long sleeve shirts during school, or at least tries to whenever she can, because the red clothing that she wears, it pretty much blends in with the, like, red stains in case something tries to bleed out. And if she's worried about if her friends ever notice, they'd be just more worried about her and stuff like that. So outside of school, she's pretty much just introverted. Doesn't talk to anyone, not even her parents. She's just quiet and stuff. Now, about her martial arts class, is that she's the top. She's number one, basically. She has a black belt and is very good at it, naturally. If you don't know that. If you saw one of my recent edits, which I forgot if I even have an edit of that, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. I sent it on Discord. Anyways, she's pretty much just like that. A quiet person who does martial arts outside of school, and people are probably wondering, why doesn't she fight back against the bullies? Everyone who, like, pretty much hurts her, if she's, like, that strong. Well, the reason is because, well, you know adults nowadays. They don't believe everything that kids do. So she pretty much is just not wanting to get in trouble, even though it's kind of something she's used to. She doesn't tell an adult and stuff like that. It's why during school she's always going to the nurse and stuff to, like, heal up her patches. Though, I guess in her past life she did. Not past life. Pretty much in Five Nights at Wolfie's before she possessed an animatronic, I will say she did eventually hit a guy. Or hit someone who tried to, like, attack her. She's actually really good at martial arts and everything combat-like and athletic. Though she's also very intelligent, despite, her lack of social skills and stuff. With that being said, I'm going to now move on to... Wait, no. Am I gonna have to move on to something? Wait. Oh yeah, her gender bends. Her gender bend... Okay, should I even do that? Wait. Yeah, sorry, I'm really nervous for some reason. Let's just move on to the gender bend. Okay, here is Kenny. You've guys seen him a bit before on the channel. He pretty much is Kenzie's Genderbend. Mackenzie's full name, well, I already said it, her full name is technically Mackenzie, but she prefers to go by her nickname. Kenny's different. He pretty much just goes by Kenny because technically if you were to put Mac in front of it, it'd just be Mac Kenny, which just sounds weird. But anyways, he's pretty much a lot similar to Kenzie, bullied by everyone in the school, except for, well, Renee, who is Ren, Ren, who is Renee's Genderbend, Natalie, who is, Nate's Genderbend, and Remy, who has no Genderbend because they're non-binary. Anyways, he's pretty much also very athletic, he's very strong, very smart, but what makes him a bit different is that he's just a bit more shy. He's a lot more shy when talking to people and stuff like that, and he also, he's just pretty much really shy. And before, how did I put this? He pretty much acts the same as Kenzie outside of school and inside of school, except for, the shyness, which I already mentioned. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much how Kenzie and her gender bend and stuff like work in Five Nights at Wolfie's. I hope y'all enjoyed this video.